way to not compete on price is to make yourself unique. Differentiation is great marketing. This quote was taken from the Facebook page of Brad Sugars, who is a serial entrepreneur and the founder of Action Coach, which some of you may be familiar with. And it also serves as a great prelude to what I'd like to talk to you about today, which is differentiation. I'm sure you're thinking right now, how are you going to talk to us about differentiation? An accountant sponsoring a breakfast during tax season. Not very unique. However, I'd like to debate that. There are 16, according to the EMAC website, there are 16 accounting firms listed under the accounting tax prep category. And I'm sure if you look into other ones such as bookkeeping or financial services, you'll find a couple more. So let's just say 20. And now, how many accountants do you see in the room today? One. That alone makes me unique, I believe. There are four, the way I look at it, there's 4 different ways that you can prepare a tax return. You can either do it yourself, you can go to National Franchise Tax Prep outfit, you can do an alternate method such as a relative or a family friend that claims to know the tax law, or you can go to a CPA firm. And I'd like to address each one of those individually if I could. Self-preparation. We prepared a return for a client in 2003, for the 2003 tax year in 2004. Pretty basic stuff, some interest, some dividends, some pension, kind of basic from our standpoint. 2004, for whatever reason, he decided not to come back and do it on his own. 2005, maybe something changed in his life where he did come back, and we did it. So we asked to see his 2004 return, the one that we did not prepare, and immediately things popped out as to done incorrectly. He didn't reclass qualified dividends, which are taxed lower. He didn't use his capital loss carry forward. So we noticed right there, and I immediately amended it and saved the guy, got the gentleman $400 to $800 back, just based on that. $400 that could have been earning interest for that full year in a savings account, in a money market account, in stock portfolio, whatever the case may be. So that's where you run a risk if you do it on your own. Moving on to the tax prep chains. Now these things fit very well in some people's situation. However, the example I like to use, and some of the people in this room have heard this before, so I apologize, but I ask you to bear with me. New client 2009 came to us, immediately popped out of me of being head of household status. Now, let me preface it by saying, in the eyes of the IRS, if you're not married, you're not necessarily single. There's a different filing status that you could be. So asked the client a couple questions and found out that head of household qualified. 2 prior years, though, prepared by one of these national outfits, she was listed as single. Amended those 2 returns and got her a total of $4,000 back. Now, her specific situation, $4,000 was not dispensable income. She was running tight margins, tight budget, so she could use that for those 2 years. Maybe pay down some credit card debt or whatever the case may be. Moving on to the third possible way is the family friend or the relative. Now, maybe they cost a little less. Some firms' minimum fee is $500. Ours happens to be $300. Maybe this family friend does it to you for $100. But if you think about the cost of that $100, yes, you saved yourself $200. But did they get all the deductions? On the flip side, did they take too many deductions, which is going to kill you later on if you get audited and are hit with penalties or, God forbid, criminal charges? Then you're talking attorney fees, you're talking accountant fees, you're talking a lot of other things. So did you really save $200 or did you just cost yourself maybe some thousands? Finally, and the way that I recommend, is a CPA firm. Obviously, I would recommend ours, but using a CPA firm, that's kind of how we differentiate ourselves. At David Muldowney Jr. CPA, 100% of the people that will be working on your return are CPAs. you're not going to really get that in any other firm. Because we are smaller, you'll get the same staff member, usually myself, working with you year after year after year. We've acquired some clients from some smaller firms which have been acquired by larger firms. They came to us and they said, you know what I really didn't like is that every year I saw a different staff member because the one that we had last year got promoted and then that person got promoted. So every year we were seeing somebody different. So I like the consistency, the fact that I've dealt with you year after year after year. So we develop a relationship, they learn to trust me, they know that I'm doing the right thing. And then finally our additional services. You'll notice on your place setting in front of you, there's a list of additional services that we either do ourselves or know somebody that can assist with and work with other professionals to do that. No, accountants don't just do taxes. I know everybody thinks that come April 15th, we retire to the Cayman Islands or something like that, and our life is over. But it's not the case. We do tax planning, which is a much overlooked area of accounting, and we can help you with any one of those things listed on that form. I myself am a QuickBooks Pro advisor, so I'm pretty familiar with that program and how it can help you in your small business and your reporting and things of that nature. But if anything on that list strikes you as something that you need, please do not hesitate to give me a call, shoot me an email, or stop me before the breakfast is over. And with that, I'd like to thank Tom, thank the Chamber, thank you all for coming this morning, and have a great